What's up, everybody? I'm sure everybody is watching the GOAT on stream right now. Just warming up. So thanks, guys. Right now, today, this is a Jubilee. I'm obviously listening right now. So we're doing a ink sketch of Jubilee, and this is already kind of the inking phase.
What's up, B?
Hey, Fletch, how you doing? What's up, Courtney?
Hey, Bernard.
Hello.
Hi, Courtney.
Hi, Fletch.
And here we are. We're going to be just inking up this Jubilee sketch, and whoa.
You got all the raids.
What's going on here? What?
Yeah.
Rated?
Jim Lee. Holy cow.
500 something people.
Whoa.
Mhm.
Thank you so much, Jim. Jim is the GOAT. Very seldom do we ever get graced with his presence. He is the man. Jim Lee's in the house. Whoa. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jim. Wow. What a big surprise. I'm flabbergasted. I do not know what to say. I am speechless. Actually, I am a huge Jim Lee fanboy. He has been a huge inspiration for me in my career. I remember when I was reading comic books as a teenager and collecting comics, and I used to get comics in the mail, and his Alpha Flight issue came in. I was instantly hooked. So thank you so much, Jim. Wow, look at this! Holy cow! I think my computer might be freezing. We have welcome to Sketch Fighters. We have FLETCH CHU FONG, former DC executive, as well as Courtney, our resident comic book expert. You guys want to say hello?
Hi, guys.
That was obviously Courtney, not Fletch.
That could be Fletch.
It could be. Fletch,
Hello.
Fletch, you there?
Hello.
And actually, we got look at this. We got SEAN CHEN, another professional comic book artist.
What up, everybody?
Sean is most known for most known for a lot of stuff. Iron Man, Wolverine.
Porn career?
Sean was a professional basketball player in Taiwan,
I'm also piano virtuoso.
and actually,
Hope he had his valiant days.
Sean has the highest-selling #9 comic ever in the history of comic books.
Sugar Sean.
We were graced with Jim Lee.
Sean.
Make sure you hit that follow button or down on the bottom. We stream every Tuesday night. But Jim Lee, we just had rated us. Sean brought in like
Oh,
a ton
that's.
of
I
people.
was like wondering, like, how'd you get so popular so fast?
Well, you know,
In a week or something. Okay.
I sold a bunch of NFTs. That's how it got really popular. Jim has the highest-selling comic book of all time, #1 X-Men. Sean is the highest-selling #9 comic of all time. Ryan Future Force. Sean, how much did you make in royalties from that first issue? I think it was like $99,992,
That sounds good.
and that was 1992 money. So if
Yeah.
you extrapolate that, Sean is
Well,
sitting.
we're in a recession, so it's about the same. Worth about the same now.
Damn, well, you sound congested.
You know what else I also have? It's
You-
COVID.
What?
You got COVID?
Yes. As I went to that damn NFT NYC thing, I went to the Azuki party. Everyone at Azuki was passing around COVID as
Oh,
in their goodie bags. So the whole group I was with, they were all sick. But so I had it bad, but this is the first day I'm actually better.
is this
so.
this is the first time you got COVID?
No, this is the second time.
Second
I have
time.
kids, so yeah.
Yeah.
So the first time I got it because of the kids, and then the second time I had it was because I was around immature people, which is kind of the same thing.
Yeah. Which one was worse, this first time or the second time?
Oh, I was thinking like which of those people are worse. I think the immature men are the worst. They're the kind of people who buy NFTs. So, but
Sean, you can't say that.
So they gave COVID.
Yes, I know.
COVID was part of the
I mean,
gift
that is-
bag that you left the party with,
yes.
along with a
So, yeah.
$20 gift certificate to Wendy's. And where else?
Yeah, it's not fun. I mean, I'm 3 times. I got 3 shots, and then COVID during Christmas. I still got it, and when I took that PCR test, you know how that line that shows you that you have it sometimes is very faint. You have to squint, and it shows up after 15 minutes. With me, as soon as I put the drop in there, it was like someone took a Sharpie and just drew a
Ooh.
black line that says you were gonna die, and so I have a lethal dose of it, and it knocked me out for a while. Like I slept for basically 3 days straight.
Oh, that's a mini
That happened to
vacation.
me too.
Jim
So-
Lee has to avoid COVID by staying away from Sean.
Yes, I
Right.
thought he just did that anyways. But,
We got we got some first-time chatters. This also, let's see, who was first today? I know Long Wu, he had a whole bunch of buddies that he had to hang out with. Want to say hello to everybody on chat.
All 500 something people.
Ooh, Jim also gifted a whole bunch of subs to everybody. Thank you so much, Jim. Wow. Sharing the wealth. Thank you so much. Very appreciative, sir. I always enjoy watching Jim stream. Sean was actually the one that turned me on to Jim's Twitch stream. So Sean
yeah,
watches a lot of Twitch.
you can learn a lot. I mean, a lot of people there will watch it for entertainment's sake, but if you're a seasoned artist, a pro, you can actually watch it, and it actually makes a difference in your career. I mean, you really do learn things. So, you know, I learned a lot from from him.
Well, also not just about art. I mean, Jim is just a scholar and a gentleman.
Yes.
But
Jerry's
I
in the
learned-
is Jerry here?
he's in the chat. He's in the
Oh,
yeah, he's
Jerry's
not
in
in
the
the
chat.
Popped on.
Oh, look at that. We have a full crew tonight. Jerry Ma, professional comic book artist slash fashion designer slash G.I. Joe kleptomaniac.
What's up, everybody?
Hey, Jerry, how you doing? You know, in my recent trip to Taiwan back in May, I had Jerry look over all of my clothes before I packed them and pick out all the combinations. 'Cause Jerry used to be a fashion designer. So I was just chatting with Fletch earlier. I was encouraging him to, you know, maybe take up.
Yeah, I was. I should have. Bernard and I and a mutual friend Eddie, we went to the Killer Korean movie premiere in downtown LA, near
Westwood.
downtown LA, Westwood. And I was looking at the pictures of me afterwards, like, man, I don't match at all. I had like a dark blazer with a light blue pattern shirt with black pants and brown shoes. It was bad. but
You can make it work, though, you know?
But
Yeah.
then you had to be also opposite Bernard, who actually I don't think has ever dressed better than that night.
Damn.
Bernard,
I gotta say, I saw those pictures.
You know,
Bernard had two separate people walk up to me like, you know, hey, I really like what you got on tonight. You know, here's my Instagram handle. I'm like, what?
I apologize because I know I'm jumping in the middle, midstream here, but Bernard, is this a commission you're drawing or just for fun
this
piece?
is a commission. Yeah, this is a.
Cool.
I'm trying to catch up on a bunch of commissions. So
I see.
next
So
week,
Jubilee.
Hmm?
So Jubilee doesn't appear in Ted Lasso.
Jimmy does appear in Ted Lasso. Yes.
Wow, that's a great little face there. Very minimalist, but it just really works.
See, like,
Damn,
what part
Bernard,
do you usually
Sean's calling your work minimal.
minimalist?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
simple.
minimally.
Well, any
okay.
fool can draw with
Simple.
1,000 lines.
Whoa. Why you gotta talk about Jim Lee like that?
Oh no.
Like, well, because he's not on anymore.
Well, you know, Poop Kid wanted me to review Jim's sketch. I'm like, Poop Kid, dude, I want to keep my job, you know.
Oh, what if you did like I fixed it kind of thing, where you draw the same thing, but just like how you
Right.
would do it, and just follow his stream by like 15 minutes later.
Yeah, I'm like, I like to keep the bills. I like to keep the roof over my head.
You want to keep the electricity going?
Yeah, Poop Kid's trying to get me fired.
Yeah, just burn all your bridges and jump over the NFTs. The water's
Right.
good here.
Yeah.
Jim already called you a hater on the stream, so I think you're okay.
All right. Yeah. Well, funny story. Like Jerry was with me. This was like maybe like 10 years ago at New York Comic Con. DC had
the DC party.
DC had a party at like Gotham Bank or something like that. Well, where was it? It was like a bank or something, right?
It was a former bank, and they turned it into like a party hall kind of venue.
Right.
So,
right.
And to mimic Gotham City, almost a bank in Gotham City.
And Jerry was hanging out with me, and then Jim came up and was like, "Hey, Bernard," and I was like,
I've never seen Bernard act like that before. It was pretty funny.
I mean, I still fanboy out when I'm in Jim's presence. So
The way he just acted, everyone, just so you guys know, that was way cooler than he actually was. I was stunned. I was like, Bernard, man, like, what's going on? I was like,
Hey, for those new people on here too, we were talking about Ted Lasso because every week there's a Battle of the Sketches, hashtag Battle of the Sketches that Jerry and company here started. So, Jerry, you want to say a few words about that?
Oh, sure. Yeah, it's basically we built a little community, and it started with the stream here. Really, everyone's been pretty great about it, and we do this weekly prompt where we all draw the same thing. We all use the same hashtag, which is Battle of the Sketches, and we try to, give each other a follow, repost each other's drawings on our Instagram stories, and it's just a great way of helping each other out and giving a little support to our small but mighty community here. And all levels of experience are welcome. So if you guys are down, like I like to think it's a pretty fun thing that we've done, and I think we've created some. At least I feel like I've created some genuine friends with some of the guys here. I just met Jeremy Joe for the first time this past weekend, and that was pretty cool. And it's just a nice thing. It helps everyone get a little bit better. It gives us something to draw. We get to draw the same subject every week, and we get to discuss it and give each other tips and learn from each other. It's great. And of course, we get to see Bernard draw it every Tuesday here live, which is probably the best part of it because it's nice to see a real pro's technique and the way he approaches it.
Wow. Now today we got to draw Ted Lasso. That's not even a comic book character.
Yeah, so the way Ted Lasso came about was originally for the month of June, before all these shootings and all this negative energy was out there in the universe. We were going to go with Villains Month, believe it or not. We were going to start with Megatron. And some of us, we have this chat going on Instagram with a lot of the guys that participate. And we all just felt like it was a little weird to be, drawing a character that's made of a gun right after the shooting. So we decided to do something a little more uplifting. And, we went through a month of, I believe the first character was, I can't even remember anymore. We did Longshot, we did the Power Pack, Ms. Marvel, Miles Morales, and we're finishing with Ted Lasso, which I know is a little different, but if you guys have ever watched the show, I think his immediate description is a losing coach with a winning attitude. And it's just a very uplifting story. It's a great show. If you guys ever get the chance to watch it, I highly recommend it. And it just seemed like the best way to finish this month on a positive energy note, if you will.
We need all the positive energy we can get these days. What's on tap for next month? Can we talk about that yet or no?
Yes, we'll be posting that, I think this Friday, but okay. I can tell you guys here now if you want to. We're going to go with a blockbuster movie month. Ooh. So we got Jane Foster Thor for the first week of July. Then we got Venom, Deadpool, and we're going to end on July 27th with the premiere of Paper Girls. So we're going to do Paper Girls that week.
Nice.
Should be pretty fun.
That's our buddy Cliff Chang. Has his own series. What streaming network is Paper Girls going to be on?
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime. Okay.
And I was going to ask Cliff to jump on stream that week just to, if we're all going to be doing Paper Girls, it only seems fitting that we get Cliff on board, right?
That would be nice. Wait, what week is that?
The last week of July. So Paper Girls Day premieres on Amazon Prime July 29th, which is a Friday, but we will be drawing Paper Girls on Wednesday, Comic Wednesday, July 27th.
New Comic Book Wednesday. Right, awesome.
Yeah.
There's another raid.
Another raid. Whoa.
Yeah.
Let me say hello to some of the first timers. Getting raided tonight. Where's my
Just John, yes, Paper Girls is getting a show exclusively to Amazon Prime.
Yeah, it's coming out at the end of the month. So they're already pretty much done with it. Hey, you gonna go to the premiere?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Is there a premiere?
I have no idea. I guess I could ask Cliff.
Fletch can redeem himself at this premiere.
Yes.
Hey Bernard,
Huh?
Make Havoc is asking, will you be at San Diego Comic Con?
Hey, what's up, Steve? Yes, I'll be in San Diego in Artist Alley, 4 days. Well, is it 5? Wednesday night, Thursday, Saturday?
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So should be there most of the time, barring any panels or signings.
Bernard, you going to have any new prints or new artwork for
I am
people to get
actually
while you're there?
working on a new piece that's going to be exclusively available at San Diego. I actually have 2 or 3 things cooking right now, and I haven't decided yet as to which one.
Is that, if I'm allowed to say, was that what you teased me earlier today?
I did. You want to see it? Should I show?
It's
a
pretty
quick-
cool. Actually, I thought it was pretty cool myself.
I want to see.
These are rough sketches. So, this
I want to
Really?
be teased.
let me
You
see.
tease you.
D. Rogers would like you to tease him
It's
too.
like a
He
rough
wants you to
sketch.
tease him.
Wear that bikini again.
Yeah, Courtney, you Sean.
These look awesome. Oh my god.
So these are just rough sketches, and I still want to make them a little bit. They don't feel as authentic. So I had done the Beijing opera masks for the NFL, where I took all the 32 teams of the NFL, and I turned them into Beijing opera masks. And I thought for San Diego, an idea would be to take our favorite heroes and teams and then do the same. Since Beijing opera is a form of heroes and villains fighting, and they have these very fantastical painted faces that the actors wear. Actors that we know like Jackie Chan, they got their start in the Beijing opera, learning acrobatics. Right? Is that right?
I know Jackie did, yeah, for sure.
Jet, I think Jet also got his start.
Well, Jet was actually a Shaolin Temple monk
Oh,
first.
okay. So he was a legit OG monk.
Yeah, he was a legit full contact forms champion of the world.
Yeah. So
But, yeah, Jackie and Sammo Hung were all part of the Beijing Opera, I think,
Right,
growing up.
Sammo
And
Hung.
so were the 5 Deadly Venoms.
So can you
My boy-
tell? Can you guys tell who's who in this?
Absolutely,
course.
they're
Pretty much, yeah.
gorgeous. They look so. I love them. They
Right.
look really
Cyber
great.
Force, right?
Yes, this is a Gen 13 right here, and then so I'm still not sold on some of these. So I really need to do a little bit more referencing. A lot of young
How many
artists.
masks are you going to do in total?
I don't know. It really based on time, and then I think I do one Marvel, one DC, one. You can go really expand this concept to a lot of different ideas. So I still want to play.
Are you
with
going
it
to
a
do
little
the Monkey Prince and his buddies in this style?
Right, the Monkey Prince, yeah. So I'm going to do those guys too. That's the book I'm drawing for DC right now. Let me say hello to the first time guys real quick.
I think you probably should tell the new people here that you have birds.
Oh,
Yes,
I have
I was about to
birds.
say.
That squeaking noise you hear in the back is my two birds. I have parrotlets. One guy's name is Beavis. You can pretty much figure out the other guy's name. We do a thing here on chat, on stream, if both of them land on my shoulders, because they're flying around freely right now in my studio. If both land simultaneously on my shoulder, everybody that's on stream wins a sticker. We have a bunch of different kind of stickers. This is a Snarf sticker. You guys remember Snarf from Thundercats? Snarf, Snarf. Don't make me talk like Snarf, please. We have a green poop. The green is fading away because of the green screen. You can see it here on the. We have a Denzel Happy Holidays sticker. We also have a metallic poop sticker. This is a Monkey Prince sticker, and we have a Tweaky. Beady 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 beady. Tweaky. What's up, Buck? Most of you probably don't even, or too young to know, but OG Tweaky. Who knows Tweaky? Type Tweaky in the chat. Can I get a Tweaky?
Are you aging yourself again?
Yeah. Where's Carson McKinney, our Get Back coach?
Get back.
So D-Pup, good to see you, Dep Pup. We also had, let's see, we have some people. We had one guy from Mexico. Tatsu, good to see you. Tatsu 5000. Just John, how you doing, Just John? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Make sure you guys hit that follow button. We usually stream every Tuesday night, 6:30. But this week, the GOAT, the greatest of all time, was on, so I had to watch him. Let's see. Derek Engel, #1, first time chat. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. RPG Chicago. Look at that. You got a shout out, Sean. Do you know RPG Chicago? Does that name sound familiar? Hey, Jerry, you know, Sean's recovering from COVID #2.
For reals?
Yeah, you went to the same event. Well, I should have gone to Tommy's event, but
Yeah.
I picked up COVID at the Azuki thing.
Oh, I hope you enjoyed the party.
Not so much.
Parting gift.
Yeah,
You know, my
it
younger
was
brother just
great.
caught COVID too, as well, actually.
Again?
Yeah, his third time.
Third
Can you believe
time. Oh,
that? Yeah.
Wow.
damn.
But his second time, he didn't really have symptoms. This time, he is sick, like all over again.
Ooh, did he get the second booster shot or no?
No, not the second one.
We want to do. Should we do a poll? How many people on stream has caught COVID? Space dive.
Everyone at this point.
Let's see. Well, knock on some wood.
So, Sean, how are you feeling, though?
It was bad. This is the first day I'm actually better.
Oh,
So
that's good.
yeah, so I was afraid because I didn't want to talk to Tommy because I think I may have to admit that I'm the one that gave it to him. But luckily he doesn't have it. I picked him up and drove him around and
How
then
nice of you.
well, from the airport for the same event. But then he never got sick, so I know I didn't get it from him. He didn't get it from me, so I got it at that damn Azuki thing.
Yeah, you didn't see him after the Azuki party, right?
No,
Okay.
no, but I know that Jerry. I saw pictures of them together. So
Wait, didn't you have dim sum with him?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
wow.
so I thought if I was sick then, because I had symptoms like the next morning. I didn't know that you can get it that fast.
Ooh.
I thought it just period, 2 or 3 days.
Yeah,
Wow.
I knew something was up.
Maybe Tommy gave it
That's
to
what
you.
you get for going out with Carl instead of your true friend.
Right.
Tommy.
Yes, I call it a work outing. So
Chasing that paper.
You?
Hmm?
Did Carl get it too?
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
God,
Everyone in our group.
So glad I did not.
Yeah, I know you were supposed to meet up with Carl. You would have got a little parting gift yourself.
Eesh.
Let's see who else we have. Space Dive. Good to see you. That's as far as back my chat is going right now. We have a poll. So far, Most people on stream here have been good, have not caught it. Only 8 people here have caught it, whereas 100 plus have not. So
Wow, big gap.
yeah. And Sean,
Yeah,
you
I
said
think I'm with.
this time was worse than the first time.
Yeah. So I'm in the two timers club now because of kids.
Oh,
And Fletch is also Fletch is
So
also
nice
in
of
the
you
two
to
timers
blame your
club.
children.
yeah. Whoa! Don't put me in that 2-timer club there, buddy. I was only caught it once.
Oh, really? Okay, that's
Yeah,
great.
last July. Yeah. After a trip to Vegas, where I was with like 10 other people, I was the only one to catch it.
Well, you were the only one that went to the strip clubs, right?
Wow. there were other people there, but
That is so don't go to any parties is what basically.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you guys are kind of making fun of me because I said like I was afraid to leave the house because I had to go out to a party in New York at night, and that scared me to death. Like I didn't know what was gonna happen. Well, looking back, I know what could happen.
Did you wear a mask? I didn't think
I
so.
I brought one, but no one
Okay.
at the Zuki was wearing a mask.
Oh, at the
Oh,
So you
party?
got
And
peer pressured into
you
not
got
wearing
peer
one?
pressured.
Yeah, well, it just looked like they knew something that I didn't know,
Yeah.
like that everything was gonna be fine.
They're NFT kids. They don't know anything.
Yes.
actually, you know what, Sean, you might be right. I may have caught it before the vaccines came out, before it was known. You know, I think Jerry said same thing too. He might have had it before.
Oh, not my. I definitely had it. It was not very fun. I don't recommend it to anybody.
I remember when you got it, Jerry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was awful.
It was when it first hit New York, right?
Yeah, but let's
early-
talk about something a little more festive, shall we? Like this drawing of Jubilee and San Diego Comic Con and Ted
Are you
Lasso.
coming to San
Oh.
Diego Comic Con, Jerry?
I'll be there in spirit.
Let's introduce some of the other guys that we have on stream here. Yojimbo's a moderator, the best moderator in the business, along with Steve. Is Make Havoc still here? And then we got a bunch of regulars on the stream today. It's a worldwide audience. We have Crispy Papa from Melbourne. Sometimes we have Isaac from India. We have
And Volando comes from Transylvania.
Transylvania, Volando. And his buddy Vaer. Where's Vaer from? What's next to Transylvania? Volando also streams as well as Simple Man. Simple Man. We have a lot of people here, and then you guys should check out VZA. Victor does those videos on YouTube's where he on the YouTubes for you youngsters.
YouTube's.
Where he goes to these shows. Victor, I hope you're doing well these days. And he videotapes people sketching at the conventions. So
Cool.
you've probably seen some of those on YouTube. Is it YouTube's singular or
The
plural?
YouTubes. I like plural.
The YouTubes.
The YouTube.
Yeah. The YouTubes. And
You also hear from Ireland too. I noticed that in the chat.
oh, okay.
Mexico, Ireland, Australia, New Zealand.
Baltimore, Wildstorm. Wildstorm's from Baltimore. I owe Wildstorm a Fathom figure. 1 year waiting. Let's see, why is my camera like switching colors so much? Jerry, any Raquel the Rat Lady update?
I had a pretty busy last few days, so I didn't actually go running since last Thursday.
Okay.
How was that, Jerry? Overall,
How was the what?
how was the event? The Ace event you went to?
Oh, the Ace pop-up. It was actually cool. It was a lot of fun. So for anyone here that doesn't know, Ace is it's short for Asian Creatives Entrepreneurs. It was it's a pretty new pop-up event here in New York. It was just the third edition, if you will, and it was in Industry City in Brooklyn, in Sunset Park, New York. It was this past weekend, and it's an outdoor event, so that was interesting because it was like 90 degrees here. But it was a lot of fun. The founders which I believe are 3 girls. They do such a great job of building a community for everyone, and I've never felt so included before in my life. I really mean that. And the strangest thing of all was, so I went to this event because I thought it'd be a good opportunity for me to meet, like, be introduced to a younger generation of people. I'm not that young, so I went there knowing that I was going to be surrounded by young people. What I didn't realize was they all knew I was older, so like I was like the old guy there, and they came up to me and like talking to me as if I was like the Walking Dead. You know, it was cute, but it was cool because a lot of them, it was really nice. It was very flattering. They all had, I guess, done some research on some of the stuff I've done in the past, and they really appreciated that guys like us have helped set the way for them. And it was pretty cool. I didn't ever think of myself that way, but it was kind of nice, you know.
That's a good story, old timer. Uh,
Oh my god.
Did they were they speaking slowly and loudly
Yeah.
and
You're
in
gonna
one
be
ear?
telling us stories about the war also?
Yeah, basically, right. 2 guys even approached me when I was in the bathroom taking a leak, and like they were trying to talk to me as I was literally taking a leak.
Mm.
Uh,
And you're standing
so
there like
that was a little awkward.
you're
But
standing there, and
you
it's
know.
like it takes you a little bit longer when you get older
Yeah.
because of the prostate.
So you had a long conversation because you couldn't get things flowing.
But it really was it was a cool event. So it consists of anything from, there was CBD infused products to food to fashion design to clothing, jewelry design to some illustrators. There was like live music, a DJ. It was really cool. There was food sponsors and drinks, so they're giving away free sodas and free snacks, things like that.
Well, Jerry,
it's a
uh,
great opportunity to reach a new audience as well, right? And you seem
Yeah,
to,
yeah. Because it wasn't the typical comic crowd, obviously.
yeah, that's good.
Jerry, how long have you been setting up epic props um, at New York Comic Con selling shirts?
Since the first year of its inception, which I believe, I'm not even sure how long ago that was. I think it's like 13 or 14 years. Is that correct, Fletch?
I think that with the pandemic and everything throwing everything off, this should be year 13, I think, 12 or 13.
But you used to also, and how long were you setting up in San Diego before that?
San Diego, I was exhibiting there for about, I think, 12 to 14 years.
So San Diego before New York.
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
And San Diego, it's funny because I don't know how many people are familiar with David Cho. I used to neighbor with Giant Robot, and they asked me 2 years in a row, like, if I had extra passes to get this guy in called David Cho. And like, I knew who he was, but I was like trying to play it all cool. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll get Dave in. So like, when he gets in, they're like, oh, Dave wants to talk to you. He wants to thank you, you know? And he comes up, he's like, yo, man, thanks for getting me into Comic-Con. And the second year, he's like, thanks for getting me in 2 years in a row. He's like, do you want me like give you a drawing or something? And like a douchebag, I was trying to play it all cool. I'm like, ah, it's okay. Don't worry about it, man. No big deal.
Damn.
And then I was like, turned around, like, what the fuck am I doing? I should have just taken the free drawing. You know?
Yo, we could have been sitting happy on an island that you just bought. Damn.
And I'm sure he doesn't even remember who I am now. So.
Crazy time, huh?
Well,
But then San Diego was cool because that evolved into Bernard, you, me, Cliff Chang, John Paul, Tommy Lee, Sugar Sean was there for a year. We all had our own like island. It was pretty awesome.
that's right. We had our own little island in the publishers area.
It was like a murderer's row with, at one point, a real murderer.
Oh yes.
Right?
What?
Jerry was there too. Jerry was.
Yeah.
Wait, was Jerry still with us setting up that year?
Jerry, do you remember setting up with a murderer?
No.
Do not remember a murderer. Who is the
What was his
murderer?
Dude,
What was his name again?
Liebitz or Lobitch something.
And maybe Yojimbo would remember, but
Wait,
Jimbo
sorry.
remember?
Somebody was a killer?
I
You
think,
mean like
well,
his art was so good he's just killing it, or like?
We
I mean, a lot of
sublet.
times I wouldn't appear at the show, but the booth, so the booth had like a lot of leftover space that they would like sublease it to people, and one of the Boulevard members subleased it to this guy who was supposedly I think he was a cool guy. I mean, murder aside and everything, but yeah,
He was a lot of fun. He knew,
Yeah.
yeah,
he knew
he
how
was
to
a
have a
great
good
guy.
time.
Yeah, but it's not just the murder; it's one of the most gruesome, grisly types of murder. But
What's the murder?
um,
Is he gonna
I,
come after you after he hears you talking about it on stream?
oh, he's
No,
not
in
getting out of jail.
Yeah, he's in jail.
But I think you guys should read about it on your own. I mean, we avoided the COVID topic because it was negative. This is also kind of a
Right, yeah.
negative thing.
Why are we
but
going
What's
down?
this though?
you just have to mention it because it is so bizarre that it happened.
Yeah, he had me. Help set up his booth. Like I had to meet him and like carry his boxes in there, and he seemed like a normal guy.
Was it dripping in like red ink?
No, so and then he wrote this. He was a writer, and he had this graphic novel, and how he committed the murder was very eerily similar to how the killer in his graphic novel killed their victims. So
Hell.
Yeah, actually, I
Cool.
don't even know how to find information about that guy because, I mean, we'd have to know his name in order to link to anything else he did, but I don't remember his name.
I think it began with an L.
Not
Oh,
like
yeah.
Scorpion.
Comic book
Li-
killer, graphic novel killer.
Lay
Oh,
killer.
Blake Libel.
Blake Libel, yeah,
Yes.
that's it.
There you go.
So look it up on your own, and then
I
talk
will
amongst
right
yourselves.
Wait, he's Canadian? There's nobody murders anybody in Canada.
I know they're so nice, or maybe he murdered her, but then he was very nice about it.
He killed him with kindness.
Yeah.
It was funny because Mark Moretti, our mutual friend, he I think he like texted me. He was like, "Hey, you know this guy was at this booth with you?" So
Oh my god, he looks batshit crazy though.
You can tell by looking at him. Okay.
It's like I googled his name and the first picture that came up is like him eerily staring at the.
He looks totally crazy. Holy moly.
And of course he murdered his fiance. Like that's just what dudes do. Interesting.
anyways, do we have something happy to be talking? Let's jump on Ted Lasso. We're
I
losing
believe
viewers already.
and believe.
But yeah, he is. Oh, you're looking at the picture of him with his girlfriend, right? Yeah, and then there's
Me?
one of him.
No,
like,
I'm looking at like
Victim.
it looks like it's not quite a mugshot, but he looks like he's in jail.
right. There's a concrete block background.
Yes,
Yeah.
that one.
JAH 1979. Yes. Iron Goldie. Yes. Yeah, pretty gruesome. So we avoided it. We were able to, but here's comic book journalism for you. This guy was was reported in the newspapers as having been at Comic-Con. Meanwhile, he was sitting at our booth, and nobody came to ask us. Like none of the. Sean, wouldn't you think like, if you were a journalist, you would figure out what booth he was sitting at, and then recognize that, oh, that's SEAN CHEN, highest number 9 issue comic ever sold, artist.
Oh,
Let's
even
ask
to
him.
get some marketing props out of it.
Yeah. I mean, that's how you get street cred, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, let's.
Yeah, I'll give a statement and then I'll plug the project I'm working on.
Right. Let me wrap this up. I'll finish this up in another stream. Or maybe I'll just finish it up on my own. I don't know. I gotta do layouts later today. Life of a comic book artist is always work. Hopefully. So, all right.
Looking good though. Looking good.
This is another one I have to finish. You guys see this one? Half Peter Parker, half Spider-Man, vintage.
Cool.
All right, Ted Lasso. Let's knock this out of the park. We got about we're 45 minutes in. Let's see. Usually when I do drawings of any characters, even if it's a comic book character, today we're doing an actual human. How would you describe this?
Well, he's a college football coach that goes to London to coach a soccer team, and he knows nothing about soccer. But he's always got an upbeat, positive attitude, and he doesn't believe in wins. He just believes in trying to make the players as good as individual people that they can be, and that will lead to success.
How many episodes?
There's 2 seasons, and I believe there's 22 episodes.
Okay. Each total?
10 episodes of the first season and 12 in the second season.
Okay. Are there any, besides being an inspirational coach?
He's most well known for his mustache and his visor.
Oh, his visor. Okay, so this
And
here.
he believes in believe. So his quotes are very famous. He hangs a sign, the word believe, like in every room that he goes into.
Okay. Have you? Has anybody else watched Ted Lasso?
Yeah.
It's very popular.
D. Rogers has watched it.
And then that's his assistant coach on the right.
He's got 3 assistant coaches actually, and that's one of them. That's Coach Beard.
Okay.
And you got Coach Nate, and you got Coach Roy Kent.
Okay. And does he have any superpowers?
The power of positivity.
Yes.
Power of positivity. It's positivity.
He thinks tea tastes like dirty brown water.
How dare he?
Well, right now
He loves to drink. He's a big drinker.
Alcoholic drinker?
Liquor, and he's very good at darts.
Okay. This blonde lady is the owner of the team.
Yeah.
The guy in the soccer jersey is the star player, or?
Sorry, what was that?
The guy in the soccer jersey behind him.
That's Roy Kent. So he is a player in the first season and turns into a coach in season 2.
Oh, okay.
He's almost like Ned Flanders, right? The look. But
yeah, I guess so.
Oh, that's what he reminds me of.
Ned Flanders, the assistant coach?
Yeah.
From The Simpsons.
Oh, Ted Lasso.
Paddly doodly.
Right, okay.
The church guy.
Is he religious? Or that's
Not
not
really,
really
no.
touched on. Okay. He's just a very positive guy.
Yeah.
Anybody else in chat have anything else that they want to add about Ted Lasso's characteristics that might help me come up with a pose or...
Just thick on the beard.
Oh, hey, Isak's here from India. Speak of the devil. Hope you're doing well, my friend. The less cool in the tail. He's got some good dance moves. Okay. Too many questions. Voldendor says, too many questions will lead to spoilers. Beard is the best. Okay. He's great in We're the Millers. You mean the actor? What's his name? Jason Sudeikis. Yeah. He's married to Olivia Wilde.
He was.
He dumped him.
Wow.
She left him for what's that boy? the singer,
Uh,
popular.
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber.
Not be
I think it's Harry Styles.
Harry Styles.
Oh,
that's it.
Harry Styles, sexy.
She left him for Harry Styles.
Yeah.
Wait, I get Harry
No,
Styles.
I don't think that
I get Harry
happens.
Styles confused with Harry Styles is not is he the redheaded singer? No, that's
Oh no, that's
Harry Styles was in the Eternals movie. He played at the end. He played Star Fox.
oh, I didn't
Spoiler.
watch, I didn't watch it.
Oh, Dr. Midnight. He's the man. Thank you.
Ed Sheeran is the
Yeah.
Ed
we're talking
Sheeran. Oh,
about.
Ed Sheeran. Yes, thank you. Okay, I get those two guys mixed up.
Yeah, apparently they met on a movie or whatever that she produced and were inseparable.
That's what happens a lot of times. You know, when you're on those movie sets.
I know. That's why I'm trying to get into one of these movie sets and magic.
Yeah, but you got to be wearing the right stuff.
gotta
Oh,
look your best.
I gotta get Jerry on it.
Hence, hashtag Jerified. You got to get Jerified.
Or it could be a movie called like Boy Scouts or something.
Does he fold his arms a lot, or? I mean, these are all just like kind of promo pics.
So you're drawing more than just the head.
Oh, okay. I'll just do the head. But you know, I figure like the shoulder up, right? Like a bust.
Maybe you should do something with the believe sign.
Yeah. So I guess something like this, right? I mean, typically, if this was a lot of artists, they'll just pretty much, you know, digitally trace.
You're not gonna do that.
No. What's the
But
challenge in
sometimes
that?
you have been known to search out other people's characters to draw from.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Okay, a good way. Another trick is Ted Lasso drawing. You can look at what other
Yeah,
people
and
draw,
then
right? See if that gives
and then
you
trace.
a little, and trace that. Well, this one, I mean, this is, I don't know. Anybody have any good Ted Lasso drawings?
Yeah, those aren't helping.
These just seem like they're using. Oh, this
You-
one.
you-
Yeah, the New Yorker, but
Sound like Saddam Hussein drawings.
yeah, this doesn't really look like Ted Lasso that much.
That's okay. Bernard's
Damn, Dr.
On-
Midnight.
What's
10,
Dr. Midnight?
10
Oh,
subs he
Dr.
just
Midnight.
gifted.
Thank you
He's
for the
on a gifting
gifted
tear.
subs.
Oh, if he wants to give one to me, I need one too.
Thank you so much. Oh, you got one, Courtney. I think Jim gave you one.
I did?
Yeah.
Did he?
Don't you have like a little thing in front of your name?
I don't know. I don't know how to use this. Somebody help me. I'm so confused.
When Jim Lee rated us, he gave out a whole bunch of gift subs.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Thanks, Daddy Jim.
You could draw Ted Lasso with like holding up a soccer ball in one hand and he loves shortbread cookies. You could have him munching on a shortbread cookie in the other hand, looking at the soccer ball like quizzitively.
Does he ever do any soccer moves during the show, or he's just standing outside as an inspirational leader?
He's inspirational leader. But I don't want to say too much about the show.
It's okay. I'm not gonna watch it.
Ah,
I just don't have Apple Plus, so I did, but the free subscription expired. So
Yeah, I mean, he likes beer. He likes scotch and whiskey. He's dealing with mental health. He's going through a divorce.
okay, we've all been there.
But he's still very much all about remaining positive for his players and his team.
yeah.
All right, those are the birds in the background. They're,
Like I said, if you want to incorporate food, he does bake shortbread cookies.
oh, so he would like look down and give us. Oh, why don't I also look up Jason Sudeikis? How do you spell his name? Sudeikis.
Sudei.
So these are now. I'm just looking up Jason Sudeikis pictures.
You should look up Ted Lasso quotes.
Ted Lasso quotes. Okay. Looks like
So looking all this stuff up is helping you to draw. I mean, the Ted Lasso. I mean, there are thousands of pictures of him in that persona, but you'll still go outside of it to see what it looks like without his mustache to help
I mean,
with
just
his
to
with
get
Olivia Wilde to
just
see if
to
that
get a
helps.
sense. Yeah, I really just want to look at Olivia Wilde, but no, just to get a sense of like his mannerisms.
He's looking for like an action pose from him.
We're looking for someone to draw it for him.
This is an important part of being an artist. This is what technically some will refer to as the research period or the procrastination period.
Procrastinate the time wasting.
Because very easily we can go down a rabbit hole. Half an hour from now, we're looking up Olivia Wilde's.
And that leads to a whole different type of procrastination.
Yes.
I already did.
Hey, Bernard,
Huh?
what would Jim Lee do? Come on.
Jim Lee would already be done with the drawing by now. He'd be pulling out the tissues and getting ready to do his the magic scrub. Sean,
Oh, that's what you were going
for.
for. I thought you said like he's pulling out the magic tissues or something.
No, when he does the ink thing, right, where he dabs the tissues with the inks and then
Oh yeah, okay, and
You do
then
that.
smears that like
Yeah.
the background streaks.
right, like it's almost like motion blur. Okay, what did you say, Jason or Ted Lasso? What? Ted Lasso quotes.
You
And
can
that's
work
gonna
some.
help.
You can work some verbiage into the background.
Oh yeah, so that'll help tell you who he is. That way you can get some character into your headshot.
This is a tough one. Can't we just do Jubilee this month or this week?
Jeremy or Jerry really wants to do Jubilee again.
I do. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you always want to do Jubilee.
Well, here's Mitt Romney as Ted Lasso.
Be a goldfish.
And I have the shortest memory.
Okay. All right, let's just start drawing. Let's see if I'm able to capture his. He has. There's one bird on my shoulder. Damn, I don't think I have enough stickers to give out.
Yeah, not today.
Not today.
Lock those birds. Lock up that other bird.
Look at this guy's. This guy is Beavis. Ow! Beavis is biting my skin tags on my neck. And Fletch also does an eraser count, so we gotta watch out. Can't be doing. Ow! Oh shit, that hurt.
Oh my god.
It's gonna be
See,
bleeding
like,
soon.
yeah, he's like.
It's not food.
It's awkward that I'm drawing in an awkward position because I have to scrunch my neck down. Ow! Oh, look at that. Did you see that again?
Oh my god.
Oh. Come on. This guy's being.
That little guy's made me bleed before.
Yeah. Beavis is a little aggressive.
Right.
It's around their
Still
bedtime, so
discover.
they're a little cranky. They want to go to sleep. And they're like, Daddy, you got the lights on super bright. Okay. Well, both of his eyebrows are like, he has this surprised look. I think I have to revert to. Let me go back to this original Ted Lasso. Sean, did you do a Ted Lasso?
I did not. I'm way behind.
He's got COVID.
Yes. I just woke up not too long ago, so from a 3-day sleep.
So what did you? So you're quarantined down in the basement.
Yep.
How's the family been giving you any? They just been like leaving the food at the stairway and then slamming the door shut, or
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, but I mean the TV's down here, so that they also try to. I can't keep them out of the room. So.
oh, they've been coming down.
Yeah, just hoping for the best, And I'm asleep, so I just wake up periodically, and it's like, oh, my daughter's there watching TV. It's like, she shouldn't be here, and then I'm just back asleep again.
Yeah, can't they watch it on the laptops upstairs?
No, that's because mom's upstairs. That's why. So.
Can't they go outside and play?
Not at this age.
Are they wearing masks when they come down?
No, they turn the fan on. I think that helps a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, Bernard, he's got very tall hair.
Okay, like almost like Conan O'Brien.
Yeah, it goes up pretty high.
All right, right now just very lightly sketching. If you guys are kind of starting out drawing, pencil pressure is a huge thing, because don't be afraid to erase, even though we got an eraser counter here.
You want to do the races this is going to take? Over
You want to
8?
do a poll? Let's do a poll.
Yeah, and no one be shocked if Bernard erases the entire thing and starts over at any point.
That would count as one erase.
Okay, how do I... okay. How do I start a new poll?
All right, guys, I gotta take off. So happy holidays.
All right, Jerry.
Aw.
See you, Jerry.
Bye, Jerry. Bye.
Bye. Happy holidays. Okay, I can't seem to start a new poll. Streamlabs is not allowing me to start a new poll.
You used to do these, like when we're at since it's Valiant Days, at any type of party or dinner or something like that, you grab a napkin, you always carry a pen around, then you'll start drawing people around you. And that's sort of like a lot of artists, including me, consider that to be like kryptonite, because, I mean, especially if there's girls in the room, they're like, oh, draw me. And then I'm like, oh boy, here we go. And then either I'd have to spend like 3 hours on it, or it's sure to disappoint, because all of them are going to say, like, I'm not that fat, you make my nose too big, all that stuff. But you go right into it, you willingly do it, and it's fun for you, and it just passes the time, and you draw people, and they all think it looks like them. I mean, some of them get pissed off because, I mean, they're ugly people, and you drew them just like as ugly as they are. But that's not your fault. But it looks just like them.
Let's just say funny looking people. I think I'm believing by that.
But I mean, it just seems like to do this, you'd be asking for trouble, because it's actually work, and it's hard to do. It's not like you're drawing Batman. You're drawing a likeness, and you can't copy. So you have to reinterpret, and it seems like after a long day of drawing and you're at dinner, I was wondering why you would do that and choose this as something to do. But I mean, I guess it's a testament of like how much of a draftsman you are, because I don't think I'd be able to survive doing that. But
Well, it's like
so
a
I'm wondering,
challenge.
like, okay, so you do it for the challenge,
Yeah,
but
I do it for the
I
gram.
mean, I thought, all right, I guess that sort of makes sense.
He doesn't care if people think that they're ugly, Sean. Is
Well,
that what you just tell them? They're like, I don't like this. I look ugly. And you're like,
Well,
well, you are. So, damn. Dark. But I know what I'm going to do next time I'm at dinner with Bernard.
Well, that was the younger me. The older me now, I don't pick up a pencil unless there's money behind it.
Damn.
see, that's what I was wondering, because
I got $5.
because it does sound like you're just giving yourself a lot of work and a lot of
Yeah,
hassle.
I don't draw as much anymore these days. It's just it's sad. It's very tiring. Drawing a monthly book is extremely exhausting. And when I'm done, I actually don't want to draw anymore. It's not a I want to relax.
That's three
Uh-oh.
erasers.
Bernard, is it that you don't want to draw, or is it that like you don't feel the creative like drive or vision to draw? Does your mind just kind of poop out and be like, I need a break, or is it like my hand hurts, or I just don't want to do it?
Well, the hand does hurt at some point. There are aches and pains. Yeah, see, this is like his eyes. There are aches and pains. The wrist, the elbow, but also just drawing a monthly book. You're drawing for most of the day. When you get done, you're tired. You're physically tired, even though you're sitting down. And it's not like you're lifting boxes or lifting weights or running around, but it is very exhausting physically. There's a mental exhaustion, and also like the eyes. I think Jim earlier was saying that it's interesting. Jim said that he couldn't see a lot of the stuff that he was drawing. I'm gonna switch the reference over to this side because it's the
You
light.
get some wicked glare going on.
Yeah.
I remember a couple of times. Well, okay. When we're out unwinding, there really is no point in drawing, except with you. I found out that you break out the pencil if there's a pretty girl around, okay? Because it definitely gets their attention. So you'd be like doodling this person. And I thought one time it actually got you in trouble. Well, a couple of times it's got you in trouble. And I've been with you a long time, and I've seen. But we were out in LA, I think, with Jin, and then you were drawing our server person who was just like, this cute server girl. And then kind of had a little bit of fun with it. Just like, I don't know, I think you drew like her serving the food, and it was like a puppy dog or something. It was dead.
Oh.
And then this guy came into the place, and she spoke to this guy, whispered, pointed over to us. And this guy, who was kind of like I don't know if it was a Korean tough guy, came around and just kind of like looked at us and stared us all down for a while, and just kind of like registering our faces like he's remembering who we are. And then he just like slowly walked away, and then he talked to that girl like as if, I can hear what he's saying, like, if they give you any more problems, just hit up my beeper and I'll be right back. And and it was a completely innocent drawing, but I think she just kind of took it the wrong way.
I don't remember that. Did we get beat up afterwards?
Oh man, I think we've gotten closer to being beaten up before in other situations.
Sean,
what?
Sean, what's a beeper?
I know. You can see how old this story is.
Was this during San Diego? When they said it was
I'm
in
not
LA?
sure where. It was probably one of those LA shows, like the Wizard World or something.
Oh, maybe Wizard. Okay, you guys were out here. This is a difficult mouth right now because his lips are covered by the beard, by the mustache. So typically, and then the shadows that are creating the bottom part of the lip.
Okay, so if you're looking at this guy, what would you exaggerate on him that makes it, like, if you're drawing a character of him?
Maybe his forehead. He has got a big forehead. His eyebrows. You can play around with his eyebrows. I think most people will jump to the beard.
The mustache, I mean.
Yeah, the mustache. The mustache.
And you wouldn't jump to the mustache and make that just bigger than it normally is?
I don't know if it needs to be bigger. A
the
lot of
giant
it is
hair?
the hair. The hair can really help. push a likeness, even like when you're doing when I'm doing those random drawings in public with people, a lot of it is like if you get the hair right, um, then
The hair. Wow.
the hairstyle right, that tends to win a lot of people over. But
There is some
this,
people who talk about the T-zone, which is the relationship of the eyes, nose, and mouth. There's that T portion of your face.
uh-huh.
If you get that right, then everything else around it, like you don't even have to draw ears. You don't. I mean, it's just anything goes.
So you're talking about this area, the eyes, the nose, and the mouth.
Yeah, I think that's where a lot of people and I guess they would center that. I mean, a lot of people were trying to make the eyes or the mouth look just like it does in the picture, but I think that one of the most important things is the distance between the eyes and how far away the nose is from the mouth and the amount of chin underneath. Like all that stuff is a big part in creating someone's look.
And that, a lot of that is just you got to really look at the person and study his features, as opposed to going in and drawing features that you're used to drawing normally on characters. I find that that's probably when I'm doing likenesses, that's my biggest hurdle, is to draw what's there as opposed to drawing what I'm used to. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, a lot of times when I'm drawing people from a likeness, they look like perfectly ordinary people. Like if I'm drawing Hugh Jackman, like, well, there's just a typical, very decent looking guy. And then I go use the reference, like, oh my God, his eyes are strange. It's not really that they're strange. It's just that I'm just so used to drawing like stock eyes and stock nose and stock mouth that anything that deviates from that is bizarre. But
Let's see here. He's got a bulbous nose.
yep.
Got a pretty
You know, one
bulbous
thing I
nose.
noticed on your drawing that I don't see on the photo is, you know, that kind of like that on the mouth there's that widow's peak that where the lip on the top lip
Mm-hmm.
comes down in the V.
Yeah.
It almost seems like he doesn't have it in that photo at all.
On the upper lip, right?
Yeah. So is that just basically like you're reverting to what you know based on, but not on what the.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. See, that's me drawing normally what I would draw default, and then not really looking and observing.
Mm.
And that's where you can sometimes get into, especially when you're doing likenesses, trouble.
But it's also good that you're not slavishly copying a photo. That you're also bringing your knowledge into it, because yeah, it's kind of easy to just fall back on what you know, but it's also easy just to rely 100% on the photograph and have it do all the thinking for you. So what you're doing is something it's in between. That's actually a very hard place to be.
Yeah, I like to use the photo and then maybe come up with something a little bit different. But then I get into trouble. I did a Shang-Chi thing for Marvel last year, like for a DVD thing, and it did not come out good at all. And it was a likeness of Simu, and did not look like Simu at all. And I was not very happy with it. But then they had to go with it. They had to launch. So.
Wow.
And that was a lot of times when you're doing reference photos of celebrities for movie projects and things like that. They'll actually encourage you to use the photo reference that they have already, and to basically a lot of people just trace over them, and because those photos and those angles in particular have already been pre-approved by the actors, and so they get a final say in terms of likenesses, and it's always the safer route if you go with a completely different angle that they actually don't have a picture of. you have to get, even more approval. You might have to get notes. And when I had started the drawing, I had seen they had done one for the Black Widow, where they had Phil Noto and I think Peaches do these box set DVDs covers for Black Widow. Was it Black Widow or yeah, Black Widow? And Peaches, I mean, she drew it in her style, right? So there really wasn't like an attempt on likeness. And Phil's stuff was like, it looked like Phil's stuff, so it wasn't really like a complete dead-on likeness. So I had just started the project thinking that it was okay to be a little mix of comic book slash realism. But then, like late in the game, they changed it to wanting a complete photo likeness. And I didn't have, it was at a different angle. All the pictures they were giving me were from a slightly different angle that didn't work with the rest of the body or the pose itself. So this is a little too angular, my drawing so far, right? When you say of Ted Lasso?
Not really.
No.
I don't think it hurts it.
I'm not really feeling it right now.
Sometimes you have to like wait a little bit until and you see it. But I know when I'm doing a likeness, it looks like it's falling apart and it's gonna have to be redone. And then you come back an hour later and it works.
Well, we don't have an hour.
I mean, you'll see it an hour later in a different way.
Yeah, usually a lot of times you want to take a break. That's the best thing, is taking a break. And you can come back to it. And
I
you'll see
love
all the
taking a
flaws.
break.
But yeah, that Simu, that was probably like my least favorite piece I've done recently. I just thought it was
Well, and Jim Lee said before on the stream that when he takes requests, like if he's at a restaurant and then all the people are like, oh, you draw comics. And of course, like they'll force him to draw something. And when you're a comic book fan, you're like, oh, draw me a Batman. But then at a restaurant, it's always the same thing. It's like, draw me.
yeah.
And then he has to go through this whole, I'm a comic book artist. Like, the likenesses are not my specialty. I don't think you'll like, I'd be happy to draw like Batman or Superman. And he has to go through that rigmarole because everyone wants to have themselves drawn. And they don't understand that drawing a likeness it's like a whole other thing.
Well,
And it's a headache. And
Sean, I would ask you also, would you say that it's below you to do likenesses or
well, I mean,
caricatures?
I'm thinking about purely as from a draftsman standpoint, it's harder. But the reason why you would think it's beneath you is because people do it at the mall, and a lot of times they're lesser skilled people that
Right.
don't do the storytelling stuff, and they're kind of picking the lowest hanging fruit to get money, which is to draw people and characters of people, which is I think it's a real skill set, but for some reason it has like a bad connotation around it.
Yeah. I mean, I think for a while that was my mentality too. It's like,
It's go to the mall. They're
yeah, if you
everywhere.
want a
Some
caricature,
Chinese
go to the
will draw
mall.
a picture.
You know, go to South Street Seaport. In New York City, I remember in New York City there was a whole bunch of people just kind of lining the streets doing caricatures for like $20. So, I don't know. It's a weird, but also like likenesses at conventions for commissions, people would come up and want likenesses of their kids a lot.
Mm.
I get a lot of those requests, and I have to respectfully turn them down.
Yeah, there's also a lot of people don't see that this is another potential problem. Like someone would say, like, draw me as Superman, and the guy's like, all right, you're a pretty good-looking guy, you work out and you want to be drawn as Superman, and I'll pay you, a couple $100 for it. Usually I turn that stuff down because out of context, that drawing, I can't use it for my social media. I can't make a print out of it. I can't show it on Instagram because without knowing the context, people just say like, wow, Sean can't draw Superman all that well. Like, what if a DC editor sees it and say like, how about Sean for Superman? It's like, oh no, I saw him draw Superman once. He made him look like he was Mexican or something. And it's like, no, that was a drawing of a guy. It's a drawing of a guy as Superman, and I really slayed on it. But without that explanation in there, it causes more trouble than the couple $100 you get for it.
Couple $100. Sign me up. Let's read some chat. I haven't read chat in a while. First time chat, Captain Waffle DJ. How do you balance accurate anatomy with your own style?
I would say downplay the accurate anatomy because that stuff is everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I think like with likenesses, like if I look at Ted Lasso's face, like if I'm looking at his cheek, right? His cheek, normally a comic book character's cheek would be kind of higher up.
Yeah, higher
right?
cheekbones.
But you notice his cheek is actually droopy a little bit. Even when he's smiling, you know, it doesn't go all the way up. The smile dimple is like a little further down. So again, try not to fall into traps where you're used to drawing things a particular way. But really, it's about observation and trying to capture a spirit of who it is that you're drawing. Courtney, did you do a Ted Lasso drawing this week? Are you doing it?
She did a
Oh God.
Spider-Man, right? The Spider-Man
Yeah.
looked great. The Into the Spider-Verse.
Was that on the phone?
Yeah, that was on my phone.
Wow, drawn with your finger on the phone. Wow.
Yeah, I don't have range like at all, so I was even thinking about it. Even though I'm trying to push myself to do other things, like that was my first kind of movement, you know, so trying to make it look like he's swinging and not a static motion. But even drawing, you know, kind of a basic. I mean, he's supposed to be like an average dude, you know, with a mustache. Like, yeah. And I would, you know, definitely change my style to accomplish that. So, which would be, you know, it's an experience to try to do that, but
Yeah,
probably not what I want to do on my phone.
Yeah.
I'm not, and also I never watched the show either, so I'd probably skip this. But next month's actually sounds kind of interesting. I mean, I feel like I'm definitely being pushed more, want to, you know, try new things because of you guys. So
Some of this is
I appreciate it.
getting out of the comfort zone, right? You know, as a pro, sometimes
Is that what you tell all the ladies?
that's what I tell. Get out of your comfort zone. You know, you want to be with a hot young, strapping guy with muscles. You know, try something different every now and then.
Do I? Have you seen the guys I dated?
They're hot and young.
But-
Mm-hmm.
No.
But hey, like speaking of getting out of your comfort zone, how about that 15-year challenge with the same bikini thing that you put up? How many people can pull that off?
Oh yeah. What is that?
Like,
It was funny because that was like the only picture I had from like a long time ago. I really just took it. I had to get professional pictures for dancing jobs. So that's the only reason I took it. So I'd use that picture. So it's such poor quality too because it's so
oh,
from
I
so
think the
long
picture's
ago.
coming. Here it comes.
Oh,
But I mean, in 15 years, how is your body not completely destroyed? You know?
well, I've never been married.
Oh, there you go.
I've
Never
never
had
had
kids.
children.
Here we go.
But I mean, you know what? I don't, you know, I think everybody should feel comfortable in their body, you know, very body positivity. So I don't feel like it's, you know, I look forward to 15 years from now when I'm 55 and I attempt it.
Yeah.
So what was this? What was this challenge?
Oh,
Uh, I think
Personal
it wasn't really like a real challenge. It was like I went to the beach with my friends. I got sunburned like a motherfucker. Oh God, I'm so sunburned on my back. And thank you. That's like way larger on my screen.
This is going to
But I
be
mean,
the screen grab for this episode.
but it's kind of interesting because you're talking about like children and adults, and even if I look at myself in both of them, I look in a drawing way, and the roundness I have, even in like my face and cheeks and other places when I was 25, versus things slimming down because I mean when I'm this age now. And it's kind of interesting because more younger girls are getting like cheek injections. So to
Botox?
Yeah, not Botox. It's like it's the kind of like the lip fillers, but for cheeks. So it kind of pulls up your cheeks. It makes you look like you have cheekbones, but in that way, that now that I'm getting older and my face is slimming. And my cheeks are like hollowing because it's just a natural older if I'm just that skinny. But my cheekbones are poking out, so it's interesting to see younger girls almost looking older in the face because they actually have this thing that's kind of considered an older trait. So I don't know, interesting too. I think I went out.
Who was the model
We'll
that you were comparing, that you were posing after?
That's herself.
That's her?
That's
Oh
the
no,
point.
like it was terrible. Like my hands look all weird. I remember being like, oh shit, it was the only time I've ever done any type of photo.
Wait,
like
that's you,
modeling.
Courtney?
Huh?
I was thinking too, but I guess wow.
Do I not look like myself?
Oh, that was the whole point. I mean, see, like, you don't seem to have aged. And then, like, everyone, I think more than 90% of people in 15 years have only gotten bigger. And they don't need cheek fillers because we got it naturally. So you're just one of those people that actually, I guess when you get older, you either blow up or wither away. So I would choose to wither away because at least you get thinner, right?
Is that the same same swimsuit?
Yeah,
That's the exact same one.
Wow.
Yeah.
So now, yeah, they
Sean,
thought that was a
I don't
different
ever
model.
read the text in the
Do it.
posts. I just
Oh,
look at
well.
the pictures.
Yeah, I used to have bangs, and I guess I do look different than that's weird. I mean,
how come you couldn't replicate the rock behind your thighs?
yeah, I should have done that.
Come on.
Instead,
Yeah,
I
that
have,
ruins it. The fact that the rock is
Right.
not there.
Look,
and
it
the
took me out of
ocean's
it.
a little far
Yeah,
away.
exactly. It took me completely out of it. You got like this blue toy sand igloo or something. You got these kids behind you.
My girlfriend was she was just like, what are we doing? What do you want me to do for you? I'm like, we're just recreating this. Like, this is what I'm gonna do. And she's like, okay.
Was that in Hawaii or was that in San Diego?
That was this weekend.
No, the original, the first
Actually, the original one was in San Diego. That was La Jolla, and this one was PB. So almost the same beach.
Hey, Bernard,
Hmm?
when you had the Courtney's picture up, Superman mentioned Ted Lasso was looking at her very.
Oh yeah.
Lasso's looking at her like Simple Man
He's
looks
like,
at her.
hubba.
Hubba. Yeah, but the same. It's funny because my girlfriend's daughter's 15 years old. She's about to be 16, and I was like, my bathing suit is actually older than you. And I was like, this is weird.
I mean, I think
she's like, okay, auntie.
Just to have something 15 years old still fit. Like my 15-year-old socks still fit. But that's about it.
I do have a lucky pair of underwear I wore for my surgeries. I guess I probably shouldn't keep those. They're not cute. They don't got holes or anything. Okay, let's give them away on the stream. I wonder if you can. I guess you can. All the other girls are giving away shit.
We can give away on the stream. You want to give it subs only?
I feel like I should get money for that though.
What is that symbol that Kevin P. West keeps? There's the hubba hubba, but then there's a hand that's kind of doing
Rubbing
something.
something.
Something pink. What is that?
Is he scrolling on the mouse? Or is he padding?
Is it?
Is he padding something?
It looks like you got some kind of curve in there, a little crack in the.
Is there?
Yo, Jimbo says
so hard to see.
Sean hasn't changed since he met you in the late '90s. Yeah, I think
that?
Sean, we should do this challenge. Sean looks exactly the same. I mean, obviously, I don't have any hair left, so.
I think you guys look all the same. Look, man, I'm white. I age like shit. Like, white people age terribly.
Do we want to see Fletch in the Chinese New Year's?
Yes.
How do
What?
we pull that up?
We're gonna recreate the I pour the tea.
Yeah.
video.
What is that? Let me take this off and then.
No, man, you it's just Ted Lasso, man.
Okay, I gotta finish this. Yeah, I got it's midnight over there on the East Coast. All right. No more goofing around.
It's a great drawing.
It is.
It looks like as if this were like Mad Magazine or Cracked would have like a parody, and it could be like a Ted Lasso parody comic.
Yeah,
Oh, it does remind me of Magazine.
Well, you see, like his lips, his bottom lip, right? His lip is upper lip is completely covered by the mustache.
Let me ask you this: when you're drawing it, do you when you're drawing that body part, do you make that face to help?
Sometimes, if I'm smiling or if I'm angry, mostly if I'm smiling or if I have like a surprised look, yeah. Sometimes when I was younger, I used to make sounds like.
When we're younger.
Like last week.
Do that.
But you can't do that at a convention because then all the fans lose. You lose all the fans that way.
You should tell people that that's the secret to doing good drawings is to make the sound of whatever you're drawing, and just kind of laugh your ass off when they do it all the time, hoping to get better.
That's what I tell
It's like
Ace.
the biggest prank in the world. Yeah, we should go visit like a new studio full of artists, and then when you speak, just tell them that that's your secret, and then when you leave, just imagine what's going on in that studio.
Come back a week later. You didn't do that when you were younger?
You guys made noises?
Pew pew.
I was told like 8 years ago that when I draw or when I concentrate, like I have a mouth twitch, and I didn't know I was doing that, and I probably done it like all my life. But now I'm like super self-conscious about it.
A mouth twitch.
Yeah, my friends would, no, it's twitchy. It's weird. I'm like, what kind of zone am I getting into?
Can you
like some of my friends would like,
can you do an Instagram story and post that?
I don't think it's cute. And I guess I could.
Well, post it, or maybe post it on the Discord.
Okay.
Do like a video, a quick video on your phone, and then
so
post
weird.
it on the Discord.
It's like I pierce my lips like really quick, and then like, but it's like small twitches. It's like something nervous. I actually like got kind of freaked out, and I was like, oh my god, I gotta go to like a doctor and talk to like a neurologist about this, and I did, and they're like, yeah, it's just weird. You're just weird. There's nothing wrong with you. You know, it only happens when I'm concentrating. I guess I only have so many brain cells, and they can only control so much of my body at one time. So I don't know. It's still a really weird thing that I can't figure out what exactly it is.
Well, here's another thing about like movie posters. So we're looking at this Ted Lasso promo poster, and a lot of times these poses are photoshopped, where they cut up different. They probably have a whole, like 100 pictures of the same pose, slightly different angles and stuff like that. And then they will actually photo touch, grab eyes from another picture and mustache from another one and composite it together at times, especially for these
Why?
promo pics.
Why are you ruining the magic, Bernard? Come on.
Huh?
Why are you ruining the magic here?
So just so everybody knows, so this is not. I think it's a little. I don't think I've captured the eyes are a little too. His eyes seem to be. This is almost a moment where I wish I was drawing this digitally, because then I can just transform his eyes a little bit.
One thing about the eyes. Well, first of all, as human beings, we're tuned into the micro adjustments in faces. Other animals don't need to communicate non-verbally, but we do a lot. So even like the very simple thing of like a lot of times people, when they draw the eye, forget that there's that lid that's above the eye.
Mm-hmm.
And then the amount of space between that lid and the lower lid tells you how alert the person is. Like if the two lines converge, that means there's intense concentration. But when that amount of space gets bigger, it means that the eye is drooping, so it's getting less alert. And then it just means that he's lost in a thought. So, because it's like a half dream type thing where your eyes are starting to close, where you're looking inward rather than outward. Because if you're looking outward, then the space would just disappear because you're trying to open your eyes wide as possible. Or so like that space between the two lines just means that you're kind of drifting off either to a sleep or a state of looking inward rather than outward. So
I see.
yeah, and that's something that if you're just thinking about drawing subject matter like drawing an eye, a lot of people don't consider that to be part of the eye, and they convince themselves that line's not even there because there's no name for it. So that's
some
the
people don't
value
even
of
have that. Like I
Yeah,
don't. I
well,
don't
like
have that.
Asians.
Yeah, a lot of Asian people don't have that. Oh, the epicanthic, the monolid.
Yeah, the epicanthic
fold.
fold. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a big part of nonverbal communication.
All right, we're almost done here. I say another few minutes. Probably let's give this away to a viewer today on stream.
You went well over 8 erases, by the way. But yeah.
Yeah, this is a special thing. The likenesses. You're gonna have. I do a lot of erasing, anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, in the past we had to draw likenesses for Battle of the Sketches. We always start to complain about who came up with this idea.
Right.
Of deviating from comic book characters.
Yeah, we've done Prince, Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, Muhammad Ali, Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee for an entire month.
Not enough.
You guys did Prince?
We did Prince,
Yep.
yeah.
That was BC. That was before Courtney.
Before Courtney. Should we do another, well, we got Jane Foster Thor, so you can do a Natalie Portman next week. Is it next week? When does the Thor movie come out?
Next week, yeah.
Oh, shit, okay. Next week I'll be in Gijón, Spain. Gijón, Spain.
Oh yeah, so you're not gonna stream from there, are you?
I might stream. It depends. Tuesday I'll be on a plane, so I will see how the Wi-Fi connection is, and maybe stream.
This looks good.
Are we almost there?
Yeah.
Does anybody have any questions in chat? Good to see Mr. Joshua, Kevin P. West, D. Rogers. Look at D. Rogers has the hand thing too. What is that? What is the hand rubbing thing?
Yeah, it's a different one though. I mean, that's clearly a cartoon character.
Kevin P. West is a faster one. That's almost ready to. Yojimbo
You're
has one of the with on a frog or a. It's the hand on a frog, or a hand on a dinosaur.
Hand on a dinosaur.
Yeah, then there's one that's just clearly just someone working the nips.
Wait, what is?
No, I think no. And there's one flicking. There's a thumb flicking. Kevin P. West. Private Deuce says slow down. Jamie Odell, how you doing? How did I become an Imagineer? Let's see. Well, I moved out here to LA to initially work at Disney Interactive. I was in New York at the time. I was actually Sean's roommate at the time. in New
But
York.
don't they usually recruit people into the Imagineer department first?
What do you mean?
I was told that a lot of times Disney would mine for talent, especially in the comic book industry, and they bring them in through Imagineering.
Well, when I was there were not many. I was the only comic book guy. I mean, that I knew. There was one guy that had done a little bit of stuff, but not a ton. I don't know. Are there comic book guys that are working in Imagineering now?
Maybe I think it was really flush times in comics. I mean, if you go and I did advertising, there's not that many comic book people in advertising, and I think it's because if they can draw comics, they would do that first.
Yeah. Well, I moved out to work initially at Disney Interactive, designing video games. And I had a 3-year contract before I moved out. 8 months into the contract, 8 months after moving out, I got laid off. So instead of moving back to New York, I set up an appointment the next day and interviewed at Imagineering, thinking that I might as well give it a shot, stay out. I already moved everything out to the West Coast already, and just wanted to give it a shot out here, see if I can make it a go. It's too dark.
Wow, look at his eyebrows. They just go all the way
They
down.
do. They kind of go all the way around, right? Some people you
It's
don't
so
really
weird.
notice, like completely. It's almost like a goggle, like glasses. Like my eyebrows stop like right here, but
Well,
his
yeah,
like
that's right.
come
I
all
think
the way
most
down.
people.
And that's probably even like makeup, where they lighten it off.
You think so? Oh yeah.
Well,
They probably tweezed it.
Yeah, they
Tweezed
probably-
the bottom underlid.
right. And the process, they didn't have actually at Imagineering. They actually didn't have a job opening. So the interview process took a few months. When you go to Disney, they will you interview for almost an entire day. When I was at Interactive, I interviewed with like 7 or 8 different people in one day, and you interview with people that are on your level or people that are above you and below you, and so I was trying to enter as a senior artist, and so you have one guy would be a background person. You'd interview with a VP, you'd interview with a producer, with a writer, and then finally the HR person. And at Imagineering, I showed them my architecture work from college and my storytelling comic book work. And what ended up selling me to them was the comic book work. More so about the storytelling and not so much about the drawing, but in combination with the design sensibility from architecture school, and showing them what I had was I showed them the process of one of my pieces from my third or fourth year in architecture school design class. And it was more about talking through the design process and how I arrived at the ultimate, first the concept design, the partie is what we would call it, the French word for concept. And then ultimately how I arrived at the final design. And that, I think, was what kind of sealed the deal for the Imagineering. They do have, every year, they have this year is like too dark. Every year they do have an internship for college kids where you can enter a contest. And the winning team, where you basically have to design a ride, the winning team gets a summer internship at Imagineering. I didn't get that. I didn't know about that. That's more of a West Coast thing, but I learned about it later. That's a great way for college level kids to kind of break in. But I was a blue sky concept designer at Imagineering, and basically I'd go into meetings and I'd be tasked with coming up with an idea from scratch. They don't know what it is. I just have a couple days to come up with some drawings, some ideas, and then going from there. I don't know, Sean, this ear looks flat. How do I...
Well, I mean, it's an ear, so who cares, right?
Yeah, I should just darken it all then.
I think it looks great.
Try to get the
Yeah.
try to get the nose a little bit.
Yeah, it's a great likeness.
Thank you. Thank you. Being very light with the pencil. Pencil pressure, we talked a little bit about it early on, is real key. That way you can always go back and erase. Not have any difficulty in erasing stuff. Sean, do you have a trick as to controlling your pencil pressure?
Well, I'll tell you one that I heard. I think we talked about this before, but the Travis Charest shag carpeted drawing table, it forces you to have a light touch, because if you don't, you'll poke right through the paper.
So he has like a drawing table, but he has a shag rug on the surface?
Yeah, so your paper is just kind of hovering.
It's crazy.
And then, yeah.
I should try that because I'm really hard-handed on things, but I'm pretty sure you just bend the paper down into the rug.
Well, practice makes perfect. I think, Sean introduced me to a 03 pencil. This is a 05.
Oh, I use that already too.
But the 03 really forces you to be very light.
Well, the way to end up not drawing too heavy, unfortunately, is it's very easy to understand but extremely difficult to do. It's just become a better artist. Like, if you are not sure about your line, you put the line down, and then it's like, no, it doesn't belong there. You draw it again. But in order to show that you mean this line, not the other line, you draw it harder. And then, like, oh, that's not right either, so you're going to draw it a third time. And then, of course, it's going to get darker. So the darker one is the one that you mean is the real line. But if you don't know what you're doing, you end up drawing that line like 40 times. And then it ends up getting so dark. And that's the depressing thing, is it happens because your draftsmanship is not that great yet. And that happens to every one of us. So only like the best artists can have a light touch all the way through. And I don't think it's a standard you should hold yourself to, because it's just unrealistic. So, but you'll find that the better you get at drawing, the easier it is to have a light touch, which means that you nail it early on.
All this talk about Sean and controlling his pencil, I don't know. Hot bother.
Ooh la la.
I think
I like
if-
how Sean's advice is just like, in the end, like, just be better.
Unfortunately, that's what it always comes down to, but it's easy to understand, but very difficult to do. And I would follow it myself if I could, but
and it's just practice. Practice makes perfect, right?
Part of the growth process, right?
yeah.
There's no substitute to putting in the hours when it comes to drawing. You can look for cheats, you can look for techniques, but at the end of the day, you still have to put in the hours to perfect it. If I don't draw for a while, the first couple drawings back are always going to be kind of rusty. So
Yeah, have you noticed at a convention, like the first drawing takes like 2 hours,
Yeah.
and then the last drawing of the day is like 10 minutes.
well, never get the first drawing, never get the first commission of the day. And I would always say never get the last commission of the day.
Yes.
Because then by that time, people are looking to get out, go to dinner. They're probably exhausted.
Yeah, and if you're in a booth with Jerry, you're probably also drunk.
Right. You're drunk.
I'm bringing the alcohol this year.
Uh-oh.
Mhm.
So you can blame Courtney for those ruined commissions.
So, Courtney, I think I can hook you up with a pass.
Cool. I mean, I know it can be shared, and also Michael got back to me. You remember Michael?
Mhm.
Him and the guys from the Paper Tigers movie are doing. Actually, they have a
A panel?
what you call it? God, I'm so tired. I'm so sorry. A panel. So they're doing a panel, and so he'll let me know also on like July 11th or something weird.
Okay.
If they have an extra pass too. So, but if not, then we'll figure it out.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll be some dude again this year. Nobody heard that.
Who's going to San Diego in chat? Anybody? Besides Steve?
Yeah. You should have a meetup.
We should have a meetup. But not one where we're going to catch COVID.
No.
So,
I'll bring my lucky underwear.
mm,
I'll have a
Yeah.
giveaway.
we can give that away. Lucky person.
That's gonna be a crazy artist alley.
Yeah, I don't think my table got moved, so we will see.
Mm.
Oh, it's in the same place?
Yes,
It didn't get moved?
I don't think so.
That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, it's called Murderer's Row. You know that? Lucky underwear. If you're
Amiga.
really lucky, she won't wash it. So there you go.
It's washed.
Oh, well, tell him it's not.
Okay, it's not washed.
Yeah.
Fun.
If you want to win it, give me a number between 1 and 100.
You gotta be in it to win it.
Oh man.
Okay, let's wrap this up. We're pretty much there.
I like how I was watching Jim's stream, and I was like, all right, like we should behave. And he was all like very art, and I was like, wow, this is so night and day from your stream, Bernard.
Somebody
Like-
somebody on Jim's chat said like, yeah, Bernard's is like a rated R or something. Who was that?
Yeah, well, that's why we have Fletch here too, is because he kind of lends a lot of class to it. And like, there's me, the guy that instigates and spills the tea, and then Fletch will reel it back in, saying that all these pros are really nice people.
You like to stir for sure.
Yeah.
We have Carson McKinney's here, so our Get Back coach is here.
So people are picking numbers.
Let's see. What's Sean? You want to text me a number between 1 and 1,000?
These people already picked numbers that are all 2 digits.
Oh, it's 2 digits. All right, let's start
Or is
over.
this
Hold on.
for is this for the underwear? Is that what it
This
is?
is for the underwear. This is for the underwear. Text
Okay.
for the underwear. Okay, hold on. Okay, all the numbers above that is doesn't count. I just typed in a row of X's. Sean, text me a number between 1 and 1,000 for this Ted Lasso sketch.
Okay.
Thank you for all the subs and your support. The free shipping. The sketch is going to give away to a lucky winner, or maybe unlucky winner. We'll see. No Courtney's underwear. That's we're waiting that for San Diego. Okay, Sean has texted me a number. This is open to anybody in chat right now. Free shipping.
Unless you live outside the United States.
Free shipping to the continental U.S. If you live in Alaska, if you live in Antarctica,
Australia or India.
India, they're gonna have to. I don't know. I'll still cover it. I still have to get Crispy his. I owe Crispy a bunch of stuff, but that's good. I was holding off on it, hoping that maybe he'll win a bunch of other things, and then it'll be worth it. What about this background here? Anything behind him?
Believe.
Believe. Okay, that's right. There's not enough room.
Or you should write Belize like this, like a poster for the
Belize?
travel poster.
What are some other? Should I just write? I believe in believe.
Or misspell believe.
Okay. Well, there's not enough room here. Oh, I can do this. I can do this. How is believe? BELIEVE. So
Look up Ted Lasso believe, because there's a certain sign. All the letters like kind of
stacked.
It's not really.
Is it Ted Lasso believe?
You'll have room for a B and an E.
Yeah. Okay. Oh.
That's all right.
Okay. All right. I can do this. It's like kind of tape. Is that what you're talking about, Fletch?
Yep. Yellow sign.
Yellow
Little
sign.
off.
Well, his
It's
head.
not really very squared up. It's kind of like off kilter.
Yeah. Okay. All right. How are we doing with the numbers? Are we gonna lock it up? Is Lurky Lurk here today? Lurky Lurk's our official lockup. Got a few first-time guys chatting. Rated PG. Sarkaze, good to see you. Between 1 and 1,000. Sarkaze goes with 12. Okay, that's bold. That's bold. Lurky Lurks locks it up. Let's see here. The number that Sean texted me was 750. Is that correct?
Yep. Oh, look
Okay.
at Yojimbo.
Who's got it close? Yojimbo got 750? Red Hawk.
777. Lucky 7.
Kevin P.
Oh,
was
no.
742.
Anyone else?
Who is the official here? Yojimbo 777. Kevin P. West 742. Wei is 789. Wei, this isn't a DC character. Why are you bidding on this?
Yeah, and look who else is not bidding on this. There's no Fletch.
Oh, Fletch bid 579.
Okay. Well, there is no Courtney. That's
Courtney, you
sometimes
didn't bid
you
on
look at.
this?
I
It's
gotta
like,
save
no
my
thanks.
breath.
Corny doesn't
You
like.
know what? If I
Ted
won
Lasso.
that, I would like frame it, and it'd be like the only thing in my room, and I just make it really awkward. So
Okay.
Oh, somebody bid 742? Huh?
Kevin P. West, your winner.
Kevin P. West. Kevin P. West is the winner, right?
Yeah, 742.
Congratulations, Kevin P. West.
Yeah, no postage, I guess, right?
I still owe Kevin P. West. So that's good. I'm gonna get on the. Excuse me. I'm gonna start sending out his stuff. I think I owe him like a remark or something, or a signed comic. By the way, tomorrow, everybody, a little plug. Monkey Prince #6 comes out tomorrow.
Woohoo!
Number
Can anybody
6
read
already.
this?
Ooh. Where's my red envelope?
Monkey Prince #6 comes out tomorrow. Marcello's coloring the book again. Man, I love Marcello's colors.
Doing a great job, man.
Look at how vibrant this stuff is. And then it talks about the
I like
history
the
of the Monkey
shine.
King. Monkey King fighting Darkseid. And then, let's see, my favorite scene in this book. Marcus comes out of lunch and he sees like some kids wearing Air Jordan 36. These are the Guo Ailong colorways. And he's also wearing a Grant Long Miami Heat.
I think he's
OG.
wearing an Epic Prop shirt, a Jerry Moss shirt.
Yeah, he's wearing an Epic Prop shirt too. Look at that.
Nice.
So, and we got Aquaman finally showing up. So, all right. This comes out tomorrow. Oh, this is my favorite scene. Sorry. With the dragons. All right.
Was that the page you were drawing just a few weeks ago on stream
What was
with
I
the
drawing?
Aquaman and Mara?
Oh, that was the... Yes, actually, that was it. Yeah.
Wow, that was really fast then. I mean, you just turned in the pages and then it's out in print like a couple weeks later.
Yeah, I'm right on the deadline.
Jeez. Wow.
Wow.
Your colorist must love you.
It was real tight. We got it in, you know. Haven't missed the deadline. I mean, a ship deadline. Yeah. Now we're back to the grind. So that's right. I was drawing that Mira on stream
It wasn't
Like a
that
month
long,
ago.
long ago.
like when I got back a month ago, right? Believe. Okay. Thank you everybody for watching tonight. Kevin P. West, since you won the sketch, do you want to have anybody you recommend to raid? Let's pass it forward or play it forward. Who should we raid? Anybody? Any suggestions?
Well, that turned out great.
Oh, the sign's supposed to be crooked?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yes.
bad.
Okay, it's crooked now. Come on, James. Just
Fixed
some
it.
dude. I'm out of erases. Fletch said I'm out of erases.
You were out 10 races ago.
All right, it's a little-
Cody Chibi.
Cody Chibi. Okay. Let's raid Cody Chibi. All right, setting it up. Thank you everybody for watching tonight. Every Tuesday night right here on Twitch. Although next week I'm going to be in transit, so I'm not sure how that's going to work out. But make sure you hit that follow button. We're also on YouTube, so make sure you hit that thumbs up if you're on YouTube. And thank you for Sean, Fletch, Courtney. You have anything you want to add?
No, just we're under a month away from San Diego Comic-Con. Big show, so excited to be there.
And I'd say get your booster. Trust me.
Sean, should I get the second booster?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I was 6 months out from my other booster, so I think that's what got me, and it laid me flat.
Maybe I should get it now. Should I go get it now?
Probably before you travel and before San Diego Comic-Con, probably.
Okay. Mexican Panda, see you later. Thank you for the new guys that jumped on today, and gals. All right, get your booster shot. Don't be like
All
Sean.
right. All right. Holiday.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays,
Happy
everyone.
holidays.
Bye,
Thanks for joining me.
everyone.
See you next time.
All right. And we
Oh, that's
are
interesting.
on Cody's chat.
Making monsters.
He has a
Are we
nice setup,
He does.
and it
So we're
changes too.
Clear.